One must know that in the past few years, medical science has made a lot of progress in the field of hair treatments. The great news is that no one needs to be bald anymore. You no longer have to be resigned to partial hair loss. There is a permanent solution. Research shows that people who have hair are considered younger, look healthier, seem more trustworthy to others, appear more successful, would be chosen as a potential partner by more people. Why would you give up on any of these if you don't have to? There's a simple, natural, and painless way to restore your hair. Doctors performing hair transplants rarely mention how simple this method is. It is completely uncomplicated. Have you ever had the feeling that a doctor is deliberately talking to you in a way that you wouldn't understand a word of what he is saying? Well, we use the most straightforward communication to let you know how you could have luscious hair again. If you have hair at the back of your head and around the sides, then you can also have hair over your forehead and on your crown, since you still have the best quality hairs. By best quality, we mean that the areas on the sides and the back of your head are not affected by the DHT hormone. This is the hormone which causes hair loss, and follicles on the top of the head and in the front are sensitive to it. With the FUE method, your hair is harvested in grafts and reinserted into the right place similarly in grafts. This means that there is no major surgery, no scars, no pain. So what you need is a clinic where the FUE method is used. But doctors performing hair transplants tend to be silent about the fact that the tools used for follicle extraction are of crucial importance. A micro-punch or a small scalpel can be used for the procedure. In the hands of a skilled doctor, both are suitable. The problem is, when you choose a clinic, you have no idea whether your doctor will be particularly skilled or not. No, you will be assigned to a doctor who doesn't know you, perhaps a random doctor chosen for you by the clinic. This is simply not good enough for you. A scalpel is not a good idea, as it means you are at the mercy of your doctor's dexterity. A scalpel can easily cut precisely those follicles which are to be extracted. Hairs may have their follicles growing in each and every direction under the scalp. If someone wishes to harvest follicles by a quick movement of the scalpel, there will definitely be cut follicles. Even with a skilled doctor, this will amount to 10 to 15% of the follicles, and with a less skilled doctor, more like over 30%. But you need all of your hair, and this is precisely what it's all about. You need more hair. This is something that doctors performing hair transplants do not like to mention. The same situation applies if follicles are harvested using a micro-punch. Micro-punches similarly end in sharp cutting tips, which means your hair might be damaged. What you need is a hair transplant method where the tissue around the follicle is loosened with the help of a blunt-tipped micro-punch. That way, the follicles are easily harvested without being cut. Good news again, such a method does exist. It is called the FUE2 SAFE system. No cut follicles, no lost follicles. You are not at the mercy of your doctor's dexterity. This means you need to find a clinic where the FUE2 SAFE system is used. Another advantage of this method is that hair is harvested in grafts. A graft is basically a follicular grouping: hair, follicle, and scalp tissue. Depending on the individual, a graft may consist of 1 to 3 hairs, sometimes 4, and rarely even 5 or 6. This means that several hairs are obtained at once, and several hairs are inserted with each incision, resulting in more hairs transplanted with less intervention. There is another method employed by some hair transplant clinics. Hair is harvested one by one instead of harvesting in grafts, allegedly in order to avoid scarring. This is not good for you, because you need as much hair as possible to cover thinning areas. Rest assured, harvesting follicles in grafts will not cause scarring. Why would you choose more incisions when you can have a better result with less? Why would you choose thinner hair when you can have a thick mane? As you spend time and money on your hair, it makes sense to nurture it for the best possible results. This is why pre-treatment care and aftercare are important. Pre-treatment care is essential if the scalp is dry and in a bad condition. Healthy skin endures the procedure much better, and it heals faster and easier without scarring. Aftercare is crucial to keep your hair in the best possible condition for years to come. Find a hair clinic that offers several types of scalp treatments and hair retention treatments for long-term hair health and thickness. Avoid clinics where they merely perform the procedure and trust it will be for the best. Aftercare is important because it makes hair healthy and lush. It makes transplanted hair grow faster. It makes hairs thicker and stronger. It helps cover thinning areas. And you need the very best solution to make the most of your hair. So now, let us summarize what doctors performing hair transplants will not talk about. You need to know this before you decide to go for a hair transplant. FUE is the best treatment, which gives you grafts of new hair. Speaking of FUE, the method of harvesting is important. Scalpels and sharp micropunches are unsuitable. Blunt micropunches are the best. The less drilling the doctor has to do to harvest the follicles, the better. The best method is FUE2 safe system, as we wish to avoid cutting follicles and we want to transplant the most hair with the least intervention. Special aftercare is important. Pre-treatment care should be offered if necessary to give you stronger, thicker hair. We will reveal some additional secrets as well. We will tell you exactly how much of your existing hair can be used for transplant. We will tell you how much time we need to transplant the required quantity of hair. We will tell you in how many procedures this can be done for you. See our doctors for a free consultation and find out more about the secrets of hair transplants.